boys and girls I see, drunk and running around like ants. They all just want to be heard and seen, speaking their minds and taking their stance. Some are real happy and some are mean. Some are just looking for quick romance. They want to be part of the popular scene, so they dress the part and take their chance. The boys and girls are acting real strange, pretending they're welders and cowboys and such, buying old work gear from the exchange, but you can tell their hands don't do very much. Saying me, more cowboy than you. I swear that I'm working class through and through. Saying me, more cowboy than you. Everyone's glued to their flickering screens, faces illuminated in the dark. Their pockets are full and their cars are clean. Their biggest worry is where they should park. So if you see cowboy hats and boots, chances are it's on daddy's dime. They're all in the bathroom snorting their toot, having a mighty expensive time. Saying me, more cowboy than you. I swear that I'm working class through and through. Saying me, more cowboy than you.
Me. Way more cowboy than you, my friend. Oh, that's a good one. Should we play it out? Oh. Happy Thursday to everybody listening at home. If I was back in 52, lying awake and toning it on you. It didn't stop you coming through. Oh. I bet your children for your second symphony, rewritten by machines on new technology. Now I understand the problems you could see. I met your nephew. Does he like tomatoes? The All-Star. Yes. Welcome back to the hatest show on earth. It's incredibly nice to see you again on another show. I am, of course, your host, Chris 100. Yeah. He's all right. You know who made this beat? I ain't gonna tell you who made the beat, because I love that beat so much. It's been the beat for the 100 show. For about as long as I can remember. I think since whatever we started having a theme show, or like a theme music for the show, that's always been the intro, and I love it every time. It just gets better and better every fucking time. as always, congratulations to you for listening in when you did. We have a lot to talk about, and I didn't even plan on doing a show, but you know how I am. I got stuff I gotta say, and if I don't get it out, it just builds inside of me. And I get sick. Wait. I get sick. There's not a whole lot of people I can really tell this story to, unless it's you. Because nobody else I know cares about this shit. It's just me!
We are moving to Dubai
very soon.
We're gonna have our
baby in Dubai. But I just had to get this stuff out. It's like internet stuff. It's stuff that I don't really keep up with, but it's coming back from my past as like a long time YouTube watcher. I'm talking about this Idubbbz and Ethan Klein stuff. Have y'all been seeing that content cop? New content cop from Idubbbz. And you know, way back in the day, I did make videos on Ethan Klein. Never flattering, never beneficial of the doubt. But, you know, after looking at this one, ooh, it don't look good for you, Ian Idubbbz. Oh, I can't even believe the stuff that I've seen like the last 5 years from you. But I'll get to that. Yes, it's the 100 show. Wait, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Chris 100, and that intro song was Me, More Cowboy Than You by the Bruddy Brothers. The Bruddy Brothers. Me, more cowboy than you. Isn't that a nice song? That a song like that, me, cowboy, is still doing well. Millions of views on TikTok by the Bruddy Brothers. What a lovely, lovely song. Thank you. I love songs that I could play for y'all on the show. And I got more songs for you too coming up later, don't forget. But, you know, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of just why I had to get on. Of course, no Vinny Vegas tonight. This was just a show that that I wasn't planning on, like I said. I just wanted to make it. Because, like I said, the YouTubers that I watched as a kid, they're still running around making videos. They're like 30s, 40s. I don't watch any 50-year-olds on YouTube, but there's a lot. And they get a lot of views. And I remember in high school, I would watch Ian Idubbbz and Ethan Klein, right? I would watch all their videos, especially Idubbbz. Those were so fucking funny. Those were so funny. You guys know who Idubbbz is? He did the Kickstarter Craps. New mic, by the way. Did you guys see the last show where I talked about the new Shure Deluxe 55? Sounds really good, right? Good. Car got caught in a 15 car accident. Good. The rain caused a mudslide that destroyed your neighborhood and your house and all your personal belongings and your family. Fucking good. Tell me where that's from. Yeah, the Idubbbz stuff, it's disturbing. It's just because I'm processing the last 10 years again of things that I watched. So like I remember Kickstarter Crap. I remember Bad Unboxing. I remember the Content Cops. And it was so funny. That had to have been the funniest shit in 2011. Whenever year that was. I think it was 2011. That has to be the funniest stuff on YouTube. Idubbbz. And like, yeah, he was the funniest guy. So like, I remember watching it, and even like, you could say inspired, because nobody was talking the way he was talking, and he was just like such a little like, he just looked funny, you know, like when you see something that looks funny, It didn't seem forced. It seemed authentic. It was really, really good. Wow, now I'm just reliving it. So many hours of great content. Free! You guys know how much I love free. Wait. Y'all know how much I love free. So he was putting out just hundreds of hours of content in his bedroom, and they were so funny. I would watch them all the time. If you're just tuning in live on the 100 Show, I'm talking about Ethan Klein and Ian Idubbbz. Because, you know, Ian put out that Content Cop after many years on H3. And nobody I know knows who these people are or cares. Only you. So that's why I'm telling you. But I think it's big news. Because we're witnessing the fall of grace from somebody who was just beloved. Beloved from everybody. I don't even know if anybody's watching right now. But what did I call this video even? I hope I mentioned Ethan and Ian Idubbbz in the title. We're witnessing the fall of a titan, like a YouTube legendary figure. And that's not even a stretch. That's not even a stretch to say. He was like beloved by all for so long. By so many. And then, okay, let me just get back to the beginning again. The beginning of what I was saying earlier. I just get so excited and lost in this shit.
It's just too smoky in these
It's like 2011's coming back to me. 2012, 2013. Those were good years. Those were goblin years. Yeah, wow, I was watching Idubbbz the same time Wolf came out. Remember Wolf by Tyler, the Creator? That's how fucking long ago this goes. So I would watch all their stuff. Like, I know what these people were. And I don't know why he deleted so many old videos that were so good. He deleted so many unboxings and Kickstarter craps. Those were the ones that we liked. Those are the ones that we liked. That's why we started watching you. So I haven't watched him in many, many, many years. Probably since before college. Many years. But, like seeing this Content Cop and I was watching it, and I don't want to play it because I don't want to get copyright by Idubbbz. But, or like even by like the automatic flag. I just don't want to deal with that. I have enough automatic, flagrant flags on my profile. I don't need more. Not that he would. I don't know. Right. But, yeah, this is my favorite YouTuber at one point, and he makes this Content Cop about Ethan Klein from H3H3, who a lot of people seem to really despise and hate, and I don't think he's funny. I don't think Ethan has never actually said anything funny ever once. I don't think so. I would remember. No, I'm not even trying to be rude or mean. I'm just analyzing the situation as I see it. And hey, the truth is, I have actually never said a joke either. I don't do that. I ain't joking with you. This Ethan Klein, very unfunny, but entertaining nonetheless. And isn't that what really counts?
It's just too smoky in these streets. You're looking sweet.
And I've been watching Ethan and Hilla for like, I don't know, the same time as Idubbbz will say. So they got equal time, but I'm pretty sure I watched Idubbbz before H3. So I'm coming at this as a fallen fan. You lost me. And I'm the one person you don't wanna. Because then I gotta say what I gotta say. Yeah. Ethan, very not funny, but the show is entertaining, not because of the crew. That is a 2-bit crew. Ethan, if you're watching this, because this video is actually in support of Ethan, yes. Ethan from H3. I think he looks better in this situation. Still very silly in general, but better in this situation. And I'll tell you why. Because while Ethan is not funny one bit, and he's such like a conniving, manipulative boss who tries to guilt trip his employees into kissing his feet because they paid for them to come all the way from Bangladesh to go work in Los Angeles in his studio or live in his pool house. And it's probably a nice pool house. But he gets his crewmates like, AB and Love and all these people to come over, and he pays their way, as they say, and they thank him very profusely on the show. But I think there's more to it. I think there's a lot more behind the scenes we don't see at H3. Like, you remember that one time a couple months ago where Ethan got so mad, but they forgot to press the button, and he was just grilling Abdullah?
We are moving to Dubai very
Abdullah?
soon. We're going to have our baby
AB?
in Dubai.
We're going to have our AB in Dubai. He's always trying to make AB feel bad. Don't you feel bad? I don't even feel bad for you, AB. You just take it. And you just... Because you have to. Because what else can you do when your boss paid for you to do all these things for you, as they say on the show? Every show, everybody's thanking Ethan. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you so much. You're great. I love you. All right, we get it. Just do the show. And make jokes. They don't make jokes. Nobody on the crew is funny. Nobody's ever made a joke. Nobody's ever said anything witty. Nobody's ever said anything like cute. Maybe Dan one time. Maybe Dan 2 times. Hell, 3 times. But Ethan and Ela, no. It's definitely not Ela. Ethan, don't say that, Ethan. Ethan, don't say that, Ethan. All she does is tell him to stop saying it. But, the show's not entertaining because they're funny. They have good topics most of the time. And usually interesting guests. Usually. They had a lot of fucked up ones for a while, and I stopped watching. And I don't even watch it that much anymore. A couple times a week. But I just wanted to let you know where I'm coming from on this, and why I think Ethan's out on top on this one. I just call it like I see it. And the hotness is what's right, and I'm gonna stick with the hotness. It's just what's right. Just look at it. It's not even that hard to tell who's right and who's wrong. But I got way ahead of myself, actually, just from the get-go. I'm drinking a Diet Pepsi. So, if you didn't already start drinking with me, you ought to. Right. The weather's been very nice in Illinois. I love it rainy and shitty, just like I said on the last show. It's been great. I feel good. I look good. Okay, Ethan Klein. He was doing this live. He was doing his show, the H3 podcast, doing it live, and then he starts watching the Ian Idubbbz content cop on it. That I'm sure anybody watching this video has already seen bits and pieces of it. I will find you one in particular that is just so disturbing. It's really, really fucked up. Like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I was seeing this shit. Let's see. And I'll share my screen in a moment. But, like, you can't be looking like this to your fans, to your wife, Anissa, who that's what this is really all about, by the way. But like, what could compel you to take the throne of the beloved underdog shrimp that we love? We make a movie about it every year. The last one was called Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It actually had, I think, 12 movies. I think it was a mega successful fucking hit. So we have 12 movies about this character, and you were that, and you were beloved by me. Hello? But like, you just choose to like throw it all away. And that's the part I don't understand. But it makes sense. So let me find you this clip. And this has been in the works for a while, mind you. This Idubbbz stuff. This has been going on for actually many years. But I just chose now to talk about it because it's become so clear that I was bamboozled the whole time by this con man. By this con man. Ian Idubbbz. Oh, imagine me saying something like that. I would watch every video 5 times over. Very big fan. Very big fan. No, I can't fucking stand you. Chris 100. I can't stand you. Let me look on Twitter. I know Twitter's got it. They always got it. Come here, look. I just can't fucking stand you. Just everything you do, I just don't like anymore. And I guess you really like it. I can't do anything about that. I just don't like it. I don't like anything about you anymore. Let's see. I just want to find the video of him in that podcast with the guy in the pink shirt. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'll find it right now. If you're just tuning in, we're looking at Idubbbz and Ethan Klein. And this particular part of the video, I really don't care about the drama. I just care about this part. You can hear it already, right? This is what I care about. I'm about to put it on the screen. So this is what really stuck out to me about the whole Shabbat. Can I fit it in right here? All right. Let's take a listen on Ian. And this was a segment from his content cop that he made on Ethan. I don't understand. I don't understand the world we living in. And after you watch it, you'll understand. Let's take a listen to Ian Idubbbz talking about his wife, Anissa. His lovely wife. Let's listen.
You know, I also see the dynamic of Ethan and Neil. I'm like, fuck, like, it's really hard to be a couple online and see people attacking your partner, and it's like, okay, like, if you come to their defense, that doesn't always help them, right? Sometimes that makes it worse for them. You know, I also see the dynamic.
Fuck?
Like,
I have a lot of emotions at all times on the show, in my daily life.
It's just too smoky in these streets.
You're looking sweet. But before you do something like cry on camera, I don't think this was live. But before you do something like cry on camera at the Pink Man's show, you had to decide on it, right? And why are you talking about you and your wife on this man's show? Isn't that strange? You know, Ian's wife is Anissa. She's an OF gal, right? That's about all I know, actually. But he includes this in his content comp on Ethan. Let's just give it another pass so you cannot miss anything, because this is basically why I made the whole video, guys. It's over! It's over! It's been over for some time. But just listen. I'm such a fucking, what do you call it? I'm done using the word yapper. That's just out of style. It's too in style that it's out of style already. You know what I mean? We need a new word. I'm just such a fucking air hog. I'm an air hog. I don't know what that means. Like an RC plane. I'm such a hog.
you know, I also see the dynamic of Ethan and Neil. I'm like, fuck, like, it's really hard to be a couple online and see people attacking your partner.
Oh my God, I hate being rich and famous and beloved and then hated for my actions. You motherfucker. Only a rich person would do something like this.
And it's like, okay, like, if you come to their defense, that doesn't always help them, right? Sometimes that makes it worse for them. You know,
What? Turn off the screen. Turn off the phone. Turn off the computer. Turn off your Reddit. Turn off your YouTube. Everything that you are watching this show on is not real. It's not even real. Cyberbullying is not real. Talking about bullying your partner. What do you think's gonna happen when you have an OnlyFans? When your wife has an OnlyFans? These are things you have to come to know and come to expect. This is like 101. If you were getting bullied on YouTube before you met your wife, who does OnlyFans, which is YouTube for boobies, then you must have ought to know that there's going to be a lot of mean people in the comments. Right? Oh, but see, like, doesn't it disturb you to see this man crying with his shaved head on the pink shirt show? What a hideous shirt, by the way. Really, both of them. Like, what the fuck are you wearing, Ian? A Harley Davidson shirt? Oh my god, I didn't know you were so fucking cool. I didn't know you were so cool. The whole thing was that you weren't cool. That was the whole thing. But like now he's trying to be this tough guy, Harley Davidson. I got tattoos. Can I show you guys this guy all over? His tattoos all over. Can I show you? Idubbbzz tattoos. This is who Idubbbzz thinks he is now. This is who he is now. Right? I can't find it. Idubbbzz tattoos. Idubbbzz. Let's just find a photo of him. He does post a lot without clothes. I will say. Let's see. You know, he's making videos. I mean, he's wearing Harley Davidson shirts. He's wearing mullets with dangly earrings and a mustache. You know, before this whole mustache thing with the light beard got popular, you know that was just a Mexican thing. That's just what Beaners did. It wasn't even... I didn't even think about it. It just kind of happened to be. It wasn't on TikTok. I didn't see it on YouTube. I never got fucking Jerry curls and a dangly earring like this motherfucker. Oh! What? What? He was perfectly fine looking like a spaghetti with a fuzzy head, with these big glasses, very skinny, anemic, and very funny. Do you think you look good now? Like that? Like this? There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Yeah, but how the mighty have fallen, right? That's kind of what this whole thing is about. I just wanted to show you guys that crying portion of the video. You know, Ian crying over the cyberbullying of him and his wife. You had to decide on that before you went on the show. I don't think that was genuine. I'm gonna put up another picture of it. I don't think it was. I just think it was a bunch of BS. It just looked so fucking silly. Why would you do this? You know, people actually kind of admired you and looked up to you. How am I supposed to look up to that? I can't do that. You lost everybody. Why would you include it in your video? And this isn't even the worst part of it. Oh my god, it gets so much worse. And it actually means a lot to me, cuz like I said, I liked Ian's style. It was actually quite inspirational. Actually, who knows if there would be 100 show if not for old Ian Idubbbzz. I'm just being real. I loved Idubbbzz in high school. I loved how he did it by himself. I loved how it was very simple, funny cuts. It was kind of a new style. Like, what was not to like? And the jokes were like for my age. I was like in high school. I was a young Chris 100. I was like Chris 60. So it is very deeply impactful what I'm seeing. That would be like seeing your dad cry for not a good reason. That would be like seeing your dad. No, wait, no. I take that back. No. He's not up there. Eesh. That would be like seeing like somebody you look up to just start crying. Like you're not supposed to. You're the person I look up to. You can't do that. I can't look up to that anymore. If you see me crying, you wouldn't even like me. Because I'm an ugly crier. I wail. So that's just not going to happen on my show. Or in any video I put out. There's no pro to doing that. At your level of like fame and success, no, there's no pro to outweigh the cons of starting to cry on the show. I was planning on crying the next show. But after I saw this shit, I knew it just couldn't fucking happen. This is something else. And I only have the snow background. Because it started getting really chilly out, but it's still 60 degrees, but it's still chilly. I don't fucking know. I go outside at 5:30 in the morning to let out my dog. And I gauge the weather from my back porch. And I see what's going on. And lately, it's just been fucking cold as fuck. But it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a little bit warmer. How long has it been since I farted on the show? Kind of cool, huh? Yeah. Crying, no good. But that's not even the worst part of this whole thing, guys. And if you're just tuning in, welcome back to the 100 show. I'm Chris 100. That's not even the worst part of this whole thing. Because the crying, yeah, that's bad. That's a bad move. It looks bad for you all around. You gain nothing from it. It's a card that you should never play. As a man, you won't get anything. You're not going to get nothing out of it. Especially not on your videos to millions of people. That doesn't make sense. And you're crying over cyberbullying. You know that's what you did, right? That's what you did. That's how you got famous and popular. Same thing with H3H3. Same thing with literally everybody. Literally everybody's making fun of people. So when Idubbbz comes out many years ago and says he's ashamed of what he did, what he made, he's ashamed of the fans, I didn't take it personally. I just thought it was fucking dumb. How could you turn your back on everything we built? Now you must bleed. It was nothing. You were a young man and you said things on the internet that made a lot of people laugh. And you didn't hurt anybody. It's not like you were going around beating people up. Sure, offensive to some people, sure. But he just went and like, what do you call it? He just, he rescinded it. He started like deleting videos and disavowing it and not doing any more content like that. He started making videos about fucking squirrels. Fucking squirrels! And it had millions of views. And people were acting like it was good. Like he acted like it was, oh, I can finally make the videos I want. Fucking squirrels. You had just given me like 2 or 3 years of just banger after banger after banger after banger video. And then you leave me with squirrels. And this squirrel video I'm talking about is from like, it's like from 5 years ago. Can I find it? I bet I could find it real quick. Cause this is when this is when you know that shit was different. This is when you knew Idubbbz was different. I wonder how many years ago this was. Idubbbz squirrels because I think it became like a whole fucking motion picture in the theater. I think this guy saving the squirrels, look, I found it. And there's multiple videos of him saving these squirrels. It's from 7 years ago. There's a whole playlist.
Hello, everyone. Today I'm going.
This is a bunch of bullshit. You think I give a fuck about those squirrels? We like it when you make fun of people. We like it when you make fun. We like it when you're mean. We like it when you make them cry. People like it that you cried, not because they agreed, but because they like seeing you cry, you fool. Oh, you fool. How could you do this to us? You left us all behind, and all you did was go cry. Idubbbz. Yes, it does mean a lot. A lot. Okay, yeah, this video is from 7 years ago. 7 years ago, he started saving the fucking squirrels. And that's when Idubbbz was truly over. Do I have it on screen? I don't. I'll put it on screen and we'll just watch a tad bit. This is when it was truly over. It's fucked up.
Catch some squirrels with these squirrel traps because they've been tearing up my yard. They've been putting holes everywhere. This initiative is called Save the Squirrels Initiative. We're going to be...
How cool and quirky and art house and independent are you, my friend? Are you? I hate that. I hated everything about that. I stopped watching 7 years ago. That's exactly when I stopped watching. Cause what the fuck are you doing? And I knew it wasn't gonna end well for you at that very moment. I didn't need a 100 show to see that. I knew 7 years ago for Idubbbz it was over. So I haven't watched the fucking videos since. Until this content cop. And what a load of bullshit it was. What a load of... I feel betrayed. I don't even like Ethan. I don't even like Ethan. I liked you more. I did. And this isn't even the worst part of the video. Oh, you sold everything out to hang with a bunch of fucking shysters. Hassan, Piker, Fat Girl. I don't know who the rest of these people are. I just know Hassan and Fat Girl. You're supposed to catch these people. You're supposed to put them behind bars, not fucking join them for a Fortnite dance. What the fuck? What the fuck? You like Hassan? You like that big fat bitch? I didn't know that. I thought you liked Ethan and Hila. And Ethan and Hila, say what you will, but it seemed like they actually did quite like Idubbbz and Anissa. They would talk about them all the time and say lovely things that they didn't deserve, and they didn't deserve them before, they didn't deserve them then, and they don't deserve them now. So Ethan felt a kind of way about it, right? That they were getting so much hate online because of Israel and Palestine. And Idubbbz wasn't saying anything. And I think Idubbbz actually did a good job in that intro to his video saying that it's none of his business and that editor was just some guy, you know, like I believe that. That makes sense. It's just some guy that he followed. I get that. But, you know, he didn't come to Ethan's defense at all. After, you know, Ethan and Hila had defended them for so long, those two degenerates, Idubbbz and Anissa. So he felt a kind of way about it. But I liked Ian's point that it's not his fucking business. You know, and he didn't ask Ethan for the help, ever. You know, I don't think. I just think Ian is just a fucking little snake. He betrayed us. Because you can't watch Hassan Piker and watch this show. That just doesn't... No. If you're making videos with shysters, I have to assume that you were a shyster the whole fucking time. You were shysting us the whole time? All those content cops, all those content boxes, all those bad cops,
all those Kickstarter unboxings, all those Kickstarter squirrels. You mean to tell me that was all leading up to this? This is your legacy. This is what you will leave behind, especially now that you deleted all of your old videos that we loved. Oh, I love them. I would watch them over and over and over. But like, this is what you leave behind for us, and it's not right. I feel so betrayed. Very, very, very betrayed. Very fucked up. I just need to decompress for a second, gather my thoughts, while I find you this clip. Really, it's the worst part of the whole thing. The Ian Hassan cameo. It's really, really terrible. But before I show you, I need to just take a breath and relax, because we're in for so much more show. We're just getting started on the 100 show. I'm gonna use the restroom. I recommend you do the same. Go get something to drink. Put on something comfortable if you haven't already. And if you're just tuning in, we're gonna get right down to this Hassan Piker Idubbbz video, because it's so fucking stupid. But we're gonna watch it together, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So please enjoy this tune. Not that one. Yep. Isn't that a pretty song? Grand Tour by Belle France. What a pretty song. With no mercy. Lamborghini Mercy. Thank you for sticking with us through the break. Hopefully you had a nice relaxing time. You know, I just found that song right before we started. And before I show you what I'm going to show you next, this is really one of those Iron Man, Captain America, Bucky Barnes. It's really kind of one of those stories because you have to choose a side. And I love choosing a side. I love it. Give me the sides. Give me some fucking factions. Tell me what they do. What do they believe? And I will decide who is right. Very quickly. So now you have to choose between Ethan Klein's faction, which is awful, but not terrible. Notice there's a difference. Awful, but not terrible. I don't believe they're evil. But Hassan and those people, like that big fat bitch, definitely fucking evil. Wait. Evil! So you pick your side. After watching this, well, I had already made my mind up many years ago about this Hassan Picker. Many years ago. I always knew he was such a fucking sham. How can you proclaim to be a socialist? Whatever. Ist. Yet you live in a fucking $1 million, $2 million, hundreds of thousands of dollars home. That would be like me saying I'm a vegetarian, but I own a fucking meat processing plant. I don't believe in eating meat, but I'm slaughtering 10,000 bovines a day. It's the same thing. You make your money off of grifting and shysting and lying and just appealing to a base of young people who don't know shit. They just want everything for free. My friends, let me tell you, what you don't pay today, you pay tomorrow with interest. So get used to it. That's really all you got to know. If you don't pay it today, you'll pay it tomorrow. And it's going to cost more. There, I just saved you a whole lot of Hassan bullshit. Socialism, communism, capitalism, Chris 100ism. We need some more of that. How am I not making money like Hassan Picker? He's a fucking liar. And he's boring. Oh, bro, I don't think so, bro. W in the chat, bro. He's just another one of these fucking streaming nerds. This isn't a stream. This isn't a stream. This isn't a podcast. It's a fucking show. It's a proper show. Not no stream. I hate streamers and I hate streams. And I hate the people who watch them. This isn't a stream. This is a show. Streams will go out of fashion very soon. You won't be hearing about streamers anymore. It's a fad. I'm not even, I know it sounds like I'm joking and sarcastic, but I'm being completely serious. Streamers and streams and people donating, subscribes, I don't know how it works. That's not going to be around forever. Kind of like VHS. It's going to go away. But I just wanted to pull up this photo of Ethan and Idubbbz from back in the day. The caption was, "Bro was plotting for years." And this is very, very damning evidence This is going right to the evidence folder. I'm gonna tell you something right the fuck now. I ain't no scientist. I don't believe in biology. I don't believe in any science. I only believe in God! But there is something called body language, which is a science. And it's because every living thing that moves on this earth that has ever existed has not spoken besides us, right? So how did all of these organisms and creatures live to this long in some way, make it to this point, the year 2025, the year of our Lord, right? How else could they have made it without being able to speak other than body language? That's all they had. That's all wolves had. That's how bears had, birds had. You have like 0.5 seconds to figure out if you're gonna fuck me up. Are you gonna fuck me up? Am I gonna fuck you up? We can't even say it. We don't even know that there's an ability to speak. Because this is the year, I don't know, negative 5,000. So all we know is what we look like and how we're moving, how we're positioning our bodies, where our hands are, where we're looking. That's all every living being that ever lived had for tens of thousands of years. They couldn't talk. All they had was body language. Are you gonna throw a spear at me, or are you gonna try to bite me, or are you gonna give me something, or are you gonna walk away, or are we gonna fight? That's actually the whole story of life existing since the beginning of life. Because nobody could talk. Nobody could fucking talk. Right? Not nobody, like nothing, like no animals. So body language is the most important language spoken most widely in the world today. It's why it's very important, and you can learn everything that would take you hours of conversation and years and decades. You can learn more from this picture, from this half a second in 2014 than Ethan did, and Idubbbz most likely as well, in the whole 7 or however many years that they had spoken to each other. That's how important this picture is. I'm not blowing this out of proportion. This picture tells us the ending of that particular relationship. And it didn't even take all the 10 years they have been friends, or the 7 years or 8 years or whatever. It didn't take that long. It just took this one photo. Let's look at the photo. I love it. I love body language. How do you really feel? Why do you got your arms crossed like that, huh? What are you gonna do? Fight me? What, are you upset? I have crossed my arms before in my life, but I made a decision a while ago to not cross them anymore. Because what is that going to get me? A, my hands are locked up. I can't, it'd be better to have them out if I was getting ready for a fight. You know, having your arms crossed means you're upset. Why are you so upset for? Are you going to hit me? Are you mad? This is all stuff that plays into, interactions and how we speak and how we view each other. That's why it's so important. Look at this picture of Ethan and Ian Idubbbz. So we have Ian standing there very awkwardly. He looks very uncomfortable with a nice, juicy, plump Ethan. And this Ethan was much funnier than this fucking... It looks like somebody sucked all the air out of Ethan and all the water, and he's just like some skinny, gross old man. You looked much better fat. And some people look better fat. Ethan doesn't look better fat. He just looks different, actually. I do, but not you. Okay, so Ian, he's looking very uncomfortable. And notice Ethan has his arm around Ian's shoulder, you know, showing friendliness, familiarity, companionship, closeness. But Ian decides, you know, he's standing next to his wife here with those lovely tattoos of hers all over her body. And look at his tattoos all over his body. Cool Japanese tattoo on your chest. Very cool. What is this? A Japanese symbol? I think that's the Kraken. It was down there a rose. A rose tattoo. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. And you know, Ethan likes this guy. He invited him over to his studio. And here's Ian with this cold response. Doesn't it feel weird? Just return the favor. Put your arm around him. Make it a cool bro photo. It's just a photo, even if you don't like him. It just seems to me like he just never really liked him. If you can't put the arm around the guy when you're in his house, it's the least you could do. I hope Ethan looks back at this photo and understands what I'm saying, because I know Ethan is watching. I do know. So, you know, he didn't really seem like he liked you a lot back then, or else he would have made a better photo. And what's even more strange is look at Ian's fist, the one that's closest to Ethan. I hate these names. Ian, Ethan. Look at Ian's left fist closest to Ethan's leg. Very tightly wound, almost ready for a punch. Oh yeah, Mr. Idubbbzz Balboa. Yeah. Looks like he's getting ready to punch him. Why are you so tense? You're standing next to your friend, I thought. His other hand next to his wife is relaxed. Look, I'm not making this up. Am I on screen? Good. His hand is relaxed. In this photo of Ethan and Ian Idubbbzz, the shoulder, Ian's not returning the favor. Just standing there awkwardly. And look at how tight he has that hand. Like he's about to fucking sock him. He's about to sock his wife or somebody. Why are you so upset? Why are you so uncomfortable? You're standing next to the guy at his house. You know, his studio. The hand by the wife, relaxed. The hand next to Ethan, very tight. Like he had just gotten out of the boxing gym fighting Dr. Mike at the Creator Clash 557. 557 in Botswana. Creator Clash 557. That's where it's gonna be. You know. So I think this picture tells us so much that all the years of them listening to them yap and there I go again. All the years of them listening to them just make these videos and joke around, and it was funny. Idubbbzz was always funny. But they've been selling us Ian Idubbbzz has been selling us a lie and just appearing on this man's show that he doesn't even like for years. For years. And I haven't even gotten to the part of the video I wanted to show you. I got sidetracked by this. Because body language is that important. Body language tells us all we need to know very soon to survive. Are you going to fuck me up, or am I going to fuck you up? Right? That's what the whole body language is. And this body language of Ethan is actually quite friendly. Quite familial, comfortable, you know, having an arm around your pal. And the body language from Ian is very, very stressed. And he looks like he's in pain, standing next to Ethan. Yeah, he has his hands clenched like he's about to fucking hurt somebody. You're just standing next to the guy taking a picture. He should have put his arm around him and just had a nice photo. But again, this picture tells us more than all of those years combined. Isn't that something? I think it's fucking incredible. Right? Next time you want to know if somebody likes you or doesn't like you, how is their body language? Are they facing towards you? Are they looking at you in the eye? If there's a group of people, do they stop to take a look at your eye? Do they Do they stand facing you? Do they cross their arms when they speak to you? Do they start scratching their face? Playing with their hair? Rubbing their nose? All that kind of stuff. Hitting a vape? That tells me everything. More than your stupid little mouth could ever. And it's always true.
It's just too smoky in these streets. You're looking sweet.
Let's find the clip of this great betrayal that I've been talking about for the last hour. And I'm winding down now because I'm tired. But let me just show you this clip.
Wait, we should get Red Door in here.
While I look for it. It's Anissa, you know, Ian's lovely wife, outing him for shitting his pants live on stream. Let's take a listen. It's kind of cool. This might be the most entertaining Idubbbz I've seen since high school. Kind of cool. On the 100 show. Hey, if you're just watching, I'm Chris 100. I'm the fucking Heartbreak Kid. And you're tuning into this Ethan and Idubbbz, Ian, Ethan Klein, Idubbbz TV, Content Cop stuff. If it caught your eye like it caught my eye, I don't see how you could be on Ian's side. He was crying like I showed you earlier over his wife that is telling everybody that he shits his pants.
Well, I want to ask Radjor a question first.
Okay.
Radjor,
Wait, we should get Radjor in here.
I put on the captions for you, you
Okay.
blind
Yeah,
ass.
I mean, if you can.
well, if you can, I just want to
Yeah,
ask
if
him
you
if
can.
you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
Because since I've known you, you've always had, like, IBS. You've always been shitting yourself.
Yeah, well.
What the fuck?
Well, I want to ask Radjor a question first.
Look at his face.
Radjor,
No, not Radjor. You just outed your husband for shitting his pants. Don't you love him? Doesn't he treat you well enough that you don't have to tell the world that he's a shitter? Look at his fucking little face with his Jerry curl He doesn't have a mustache. He looks better without it. With his Jerry curl,
if
goofy
you can,
looking
I
ass.
just want to ask him if you've always been shitting your pants.
I just want to ask you if you've always
'Cause
been
since
shitting
I've
your
known
pants.
You've always had, like, IBS. You've always been shitting yourself.
Yeah, well.
Well, I want to ask Radjor
And look
a
at his
question
face
first.
when
Okay.
she does
I've
that.
known you. You've always had,
Since I've always known you, you've had
like, IBS. You've always been
IBS.
shitting yourself.
Yeah.
You've always been shitting yourself. Yeah, he says. He says, yeah. Yeah, you know. Just please get this conversation over with. Yeah. Bitch. Oh. Oh, bitch. How could you? Because I'm putting myself in his shoes. Your wife just told the whole world that you shit. That you always shit. That you can't stop shitting. And this is the person you're crying about in your YouTube video addressing Ethan. Like, I just want to know what ends you wanted from this. To look silly and to look... Did you want sympathy for people making fun of you and your stupid wife? Like that? Like, these people have been on the internet long enough to know. They've done it all. They won. These people won. Still not the worst part of this whole thing, I will say. So I will find it for you. How about that? I will find it for you. Let's see. I've never spoken about Hassan on the show until today. He is an incredible shyster. One of the most successful shysters in the history of the internet. He's his whole thing is big government, socialism, welfare programs, things like that cost money and that require a lot of people to pitch in, as such in many European countries that pay taxes to fund these benefits and programs and rewards and whatnot. So you have a guy saying encouraging this socialist way of life, which means to give more to get less. You give more to get less in socialism. You give more for the hope that everybody gets some. But in capitalism, you take as much as you want. You take as much as you can. And the real reason capitalism works and socialism doesn't. And I've never heard anybody ever say this, actually. I've never heard anybody say this in this way. But I've been thinking about it ever since I was like in middle school. Like why people like Hassan exist, defending socialism and communism and all the other isms that involve poor people rising up and overthrowing the status quo, and like an equalization of the class system. Oh, it's so fucking boring. I'm sorry. But I'll boil it down to this point, right? And to me it makes perfect sense. Socialism ultimately and capitalism ultimately, they rely on two different things, but will meet the same obstacle, keeping them from both working. But the difference between them is that socialism encourages the society and giving to the society, giving to the state, as like someplace in China, communism, that's a little bit more extreme, or someplace like Sweden where they pay a lot of taxes to keep, or Canada where they pay a lot of taxes to keep these things going for the benefit of the whole, for everybody. And there's state-run enterprise and stuff to make sure that people are getting their fair share of the wealth redistribution. How about that? But ultimately that ends up pretty much meaning having faith in the government. That government that y'all love? Everybody loves the fucking government these days. Isn't the government cool? That government that you don't like, that you've been complaining about all your life, and your parents, maybe, I don't know. You are most likely a big complainer, whiner, that hates the government and thinks they've done all manner of terrible things, and you might be right. But that is the same people governing body, whether it's socialist or capitalist. It's the same people. It's the elites, right? It's the people who know how to get there. But in socialism, it requires like trusting the government to redistribute everything fairly. I'm going to give you my hard-earned fucking money, and I trust you to give it to who needs it the most in the most efficient way possible. And guess what? That doesn't fucking exist. That doesn't fucking exist. But you know what does exist? Is people taking as much as they fucking can and working for themselves. That exists. That is what it's all about in capitalism. Take what you can, get while the getting's good. Do it for yourself, do it for your fam, do it for whoever you want. But you're not waiting on the government to give you anything. You're just going to go out there and get it. It relies on something that has been in the human spirit since the first human, and that is the selfishness of wanting things and wanting and craving status and finances so that everybody thinks you're really cool. So we can count on people being like that for the rest of time. We can count on people being selfish and thinking of themselves and their wallet and their family and their bottom line for the rest of time. And it's always been like that, and it will always be like that, and it's great. But to pretend that we can pull something off like everybody sharing and caring is not realistic, and it has never worked. And not even that capitalism will, the United States will live forever. The United States will not go on forever. But capitalism will live on forever because people are always going to be thinking about themselves. Doesn't that make you feel good about it? That it's in base human nature to want for yourself and for your family. Like, we don't have to question whether or not that's going to be around. And it's worked out pretty good. It's worked out very fucking good. Much better than any socialist or communist city, country, state ever in the beginning of ever. I've been holding in that vocal essay for about, I don't know, since college. But that's why people like Hassan are such idiots. And I can't stand them. They're the ultimate shysters, and I need them all to go away. And I didn't find what I was looking for because I was telling you about the complexities of the socialist economy, structure, pitfalls versus capitalism, and why it will endure. Damn, I'm pretty fucking cool. Let's see. I just want to find it. And why does Hassan look like this? What the fuck? I just want to find the clip of them. Oh, but I gotta use the bathroom. So please excuse me and listen to the song while I take a break. Oh my god, I gotta go.
Sorry for the wait, run around with it, I gotta say same. Stab me in the back, now I'm betrayed. I'm not like you, I would be so ashamed. Got a sharpshooter with a perfect aim. Everyone died, but we won't do the same. I came on my tongue, now I got, I'm afraid. I keep that little Nina, so please don't be brave, yeah. Cause it's so cold outside, but I still have you. I know you've been done wrong, but no, I'm not that dude. They probably kill themselves if they walked in my shoes. Ain't seen her in a while, but I still got her feeling. If you wanna see me broke, then bitch, please keep on dreaming. She taking back her words, but I still think she mean it. Put an A-ball on my whip, no bitch, I did not listen. I told her, baby, sorry for the wait. Run around with it, I gotta say same. Stab me in the back, now I'm betrayed. I'm not like you, I would be so ashamed. Got a sharpshooter with a perfect aim. Everyone died, but we won't do the same. I came on my tongue, now I got, I'm afraid. I keep that little Nina, so please don't be brave, yeah. I told her, baby, sorry for the wait. Run around with it, I gotta say same. Stab me in the back, now I'm betrayed. I'm not like you, I would be so ashamed. Got a sharpshooter with a perfect aim. Everyone died, but we won't do the same. I came on my tongue, now I got, I'm afraid. I keep that little Nina, so please don't be brave, yeah. I don't know what to do. First time seen 100 racks, it was new. No times 10 that used when I had new shoes. Bad bitch, she love me, I'm like cool. Running past you, it's really so hopeless. Counting up the fucking racks, don't make me show it. Wanna be with me, she can't control it. You can see it in my eyes that I'm really sorry for the wait. Run around with it, I gotta say same. Stab me in the back, now I'm betrayed. I'm not like you, I would be so ashamed. Got a sharpshooter with a perfect aim. Everyone died, but we won't do the same. I came on my tongue, now I got, I'm afraid. I keep that little Nina, so please don't be brave, yeah. I told her, baby, sorry for the wait. Run around with it, I gotta say same. Stab me in the back, now I'm betrayed. I'm not like you, I would be so ashamed. Got a sharpshooter with a perfect aim. Everyone died, but we won't do the same. I came on my tongue, now I got, I'm afraid. I keep that little Nina, so please don't be brave, yeah.
I'm gonna.
Stop talking about him, and this is what he.
Combination of all my life
shadows fade, coming closer to midnight, and I'm wide awake, and ain't you afraid? Who's afraid? Couldn't wait to get you naked on the first date, but you made me wait, so it takes long to make one. The compromise is made. Please believe me, I don't recall the parking lot. I just remember the song we sang. And the song we sang. The song we sang. 1, 2, 3, come on, you feel me. 1, 2, 3, come on, you feel me. 1, 2, 3, come on, you feel me. 1, 2, 3, come on.
Hello, hello, welcome back to the 100 show. Hope you had a nice little TT break. I found what I needed to show you, so enough fucking around. Enough joking around. I ain't joking no more. I haven't made one joke on this whole show. And we're 3 seasons in. This is what I wanted to show you. This is the most disturbing thing I've seen all week. I'm seeing somebody I looked up to when I was a young lad, because I thought they were so funny. I'm seeing them join the fucking enemy. The enema. They're joining the enema. They're dancing with them. Look at this. Doesn't it make you fucking ill?
I'm not gonna do a react content yet, chat. I'm not gonna do a react content yet, chat. I'm not gonna do a react content yet.
Monotone voice.
I'm not gonna do a react content yet.
I'm not gonna do a react content yet, chat.
I'm not gonna do a react content yet.
Who would want to listen to that voice?
I'm not gonna do a react content yet.
For any extended period of time. It's so boring. It's so... I know he's like playing like a little bit right now, but that's what he always sounds anyways. He always sounds low and monotone and boring and bro, socialism, bro, redistribute the wealth, bro. Eat the rich, bro. You're rich. What do you mean eat the rich? You're fucking rich. That doesn't make sense. What are we gonna do? Eat you? You fucking bozo. And look at this. This is the worst part of the whole thing. This guy wasn't... the cop isn't supposed to join the fucking robbers. He's supposed to stop them. He's supposed to arrest them. Not start dancing with them, looking like a goofy ass. You're like 36, 34. Idubbbz, you're like 42. What the fuck? And you're dancing with like 15-year-olds. Especially this fat one back here. I can't stand her. She can't even do it right. She can't even fucking hit the move. At least the other two are hitting the move, but Hassan's not even entertaining enough or funny or cool to do the move himself. He has to have fucking goons in the back. And they're not even... and it's Ian. It's Ian Idubbbz standing behind another man in his video. That's so fucking weird. This was never Ian's thing. Ian never did stuff like that. Idubbbz? He used to make funny videos with his friends Max Mofo and Filthy Frank. They would eat hair cakes and play Twister and throw watermelons at each other and shit. It was funny as fuck. But now you're doing this. this is the fall that people will see and remember. For me, it's the squirrels. When he was finding squirrels and eating them. No, that would have been more interesting. That would have been Outdoor Boys channel. With that guy from Outdoor Boys channel. That would have been very entertaining. He was saving them. I don't give a fuck about saving no fucking squirrel. Why don't you save something hard? Like a whale. Call me when you save a fucking gorilla. Fucking squirrel? What the fuck? And now you do this. You start dancing with this fatty who can't even do it. What the fuck? What even is that outfit? Not even talking about the hijab. I'm just talking about the whole rest of the outfit. Like, that shit looks so fucking whack. And she's hitting that shit so whack. She hits it. First of all, this dance is fucking dumb. But at least he hits it good back here. And she's making an honest attempt. Hassan doesn't do anything. He just talks in a low monotone voice. Sarcasm. Which is very passive aggressive and not funny. Then you have Idubbbz dancing like a little fucking, like a little goblin. He's just a little goblin now. He's teaming up with the bad guys. We don't want the cops working with the criminals. You know, the movies where the cop catches the criminal are 10 times more popular than when the cops join the criminals. We don't like it when the cops join the criminals. Only sometimes when it's really fucking cool. But that's not something that we really enjoy. We don't like it to see you fall from grace and then seal the deal by dancing behind Ethan's arch enemy, Hassan Pickle. We don't like it. I don't like it. And really, that and the crying just let me know that I was right. I was right fucking again. I ought to make a fucking show. I ought to play the lottery. Because every one of these... I can't even throw it that far because he had me fooled. I was so fooled by Idubbbz. I loved the show. But I don't think that person ever really existed. I just think it was somebody who wanted attention and clout and views and clicks. Because what are you throwing it all away for? Anissa? The OF wife? Who's not even very pretty. Right? You're throwing it all away to cry about it on camera. Maybe she probably does cry on stream, but like I don't see clips of her crying on stream. I see clips of you! She's not crying about it. You are. And this whole Hassan thing, it really wraps it up into a nice, convenient, I told you so. I knew it. I knew it. Doesn't make it any easier, though. And every few years, I like to go back and revisit one or two of his videos where he was unboxing things or just being funny and wild. That was a good time. Can we watch an old Idubbbz video and just relive some of it before we go? This is why I have authority to speak on it. Because I was a fan. What was funnier? I liked... Bad Unboxing is probably more entertaining. But I really liked Kickstarter Crap. I thought it was hilarious. This is from 9 years ago. This is really what made Ian popular. And I thought it was fucking awesome. This is what I watched whenever this came out. And I was late to the party.
I'm going to spray paint this a different color.
This is the good Idubbbz.
You guys want to see the face of an unenthusiastic...
This is the Idubbbz I knew. So that's why when I see him crying, it's very shocking to me. Let's watch.
Hand job. Oh, hell.
I remember watching this as a young lad.
Hell yeah. Oh, whoa, that shoots it in the line.
So within the first 21 seconds, I just want to break down what you're seeing and why it was so compelling. It has to be very compelling in the first 10 seconds, right? You have a messy room, right? Messy desk. It's just in his bedroom. It's very quaint. It's very comfortable. It's very low tech. He's wearing a funny helmet, a kid's helmet. It looks like, I don't know, some kind of pirate boy. And he's just spray painting in his room. Isn't that funny? It actually was funny. It is funny. That's why this stuff
that
is
ought
good.
to do it. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Fan Mail Bad Unboxing. Last time you guys sent me some multi-purpose rope, and at the time I didn't know how to tie.
And this is before he hated his audience, and they could actually send him things in the mail. Wouldn't that be something if somebody sent me a nice something in the mail? I'm not going to tell you where to send it. You just have to hope it gets to me somehow, or find me and give it to me. I'll take it. I love a surprise. I love a surprise gift. So he used to be really tight with his community and get fan mail and things to open for the show. It was very funny. Let's keep watching.
Noose. Man, I just can't figure out how to tie these nooses. Man, I really wish someone on Twitter would tweet me how to tie a noose, preferably in the form of a meme. Do any of you guys have Twitter accounts? Our first package says this side up, which I don't think bodes well for what's inside. Why do you tape it up like it's fucking prison? It's not prison. Money shot.
Oh yeah, he used to have a catchphrase, money shot.
Like it's fucking prison. It's not prison. Money shot.
Money shot. That's funny.
I won an award.
That's
Would you look at that? It's an Idubbbzz plate. I got bored.
Look, somebody made a fucking plate for him and painted his face on it.
So I painted you a plate. This is like the type of shit that I want to break. I hope you don't get offended, but I'm not going to eat food off of this. It's covered in paint. You really went all out.
This 1 minute just proved everything I said before. He was beloved. Ian doesn't make videos like that anymore. He doesn't get fan mail like that anymore. People don't like him like that anymore. He doesn't do that kind of stuff. He's ashamed of it, he said. He said he hates it. He said he hates all that shit. And he hates you for liking it. And he just wants us to go away. Just because I liked that. It was wholesome. It was funny. It was cute. It was sweet. They made him a plate from hand. I was just talking about this. Do y'all know how much it means to get something that was made by their grubby fucking hands? That's everything. And it was funny because he said he wasn't going to eat it. Or he wasn't going to eat off of it. That he wanted to break it. That's funny. See, he used to be a funny guy. And like that clip I showed you, now he just dances like a little goblin behind Hassan, Pickles, the fat pot of greed girl. She looks like the pot of greed. And then also crying like a little baby on his video. On another man's show. At least cry on your own show. If you're gonna cry, it's your show. It's my show, and I'll cry if I want to.
It's just too smoky in these streets. You're looking sweet.
Yeah. And you know, I feel much better now. Thank you. Thank you for listening to my take on the whole Idubbbzz Ethan H. Klein 3 show. To me, it's very obvious that Ethan is coming out on top of this one. The only thing I could give Idubbbzz a point was that the whole Elah killing children in Israel, that was none of Ian's business. It's just not. He's not responsible for running defense for you, Ethan. See, Ethan likes to call upon the favor. That's the kind of guy Ethan is. I helped you back in the day. Why aren't you helping me now? Without me even asking. Why aren't you just taking it upon yourself to help? And it's like a tempting road to go down. Why don't you? Why didn't you? Why won't you? But the truth is, they don't owe you nothing. And they were just using you. Very obviously. Just take a look at that photo. I know Ethan looked at that photo of him and Idubbbzz many years ago. But I know he looked at that photo again. And when he did, he should have known exactly how this thing was going to go. I'm not surprised at all. I probably saw that photo when it came out and didn't think much. To be honest, I wasn't trained back then to look for the things I saw now. Like him not putting his arm around Ethan, or the closed fist, ready for a right hook for some reason. We don't know. We can only assume. But it's usually not a good thing when you have a fist balled up like that. Usually means you're upset or anxious or nervous. 'Cause why else are you so tense, you know? I don't always agree with Ethan, and I think he's like a silly guy, like a goofy guy, wrong opinion on a lot of things. But Ian just lost this, and Ethan didn't even have to do anything. All Ian won it for Ethan. Like, Ian ruined himself. Idubbbz, he ruined himself. His legacy was already tarnished, but now it's even worse. It's even worse. The fallout from this is like nothing he has faced up to now. I think this is really the beginning of the end. Him and Anissa are about to get divorced. If Idubbbz and Anissa don't get a divorce in the next 6 months, we'll reconvene on the 100 show and talk about how wrong I was, but that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna fucking happen. We're gonna be back here in 4 months talking about Anissa leaving Idubbbz. I don't want that to happen. I don't wish that to happen. I've seen this film before, and I didn't like the ending. Alright, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. This was, yes, another episode of The 100 Show. I'm Chris100. Thank you for listening. Really, it's the best show you could be watching. And I'm done covering Idubbbz and Ethan, because I think it's only I care about it. But I just had to get it out of me. So, I'll see y'all on the next one. Okay?